whenever my family asked me, hey, what are you doing for your career? No one knew how to answer the question, including myself. You're tuned in with Powered by Cesar, and welcome to our office hours. We've entered the era of the Protean Career. Have you ever heard of this type of career? You may not know the exact words, but you might know the feeling. The Protean Career is a career style that, let's say, has no boundaries. It's that type of career where you don't go in for a 9-to-5 job for 40 years and where the organization takes care of you for the rest of your life. But let me tell you a little bit about the origins of the Protean Career. The Protean Career comes from Proteus, which was a Greek god, and he was known as the old man of the sea. And one of his main qualities, just like water, is that he can shapeshift. He had a fluid body. So let's break it down. The Protean Career has two main ideas. Idea number one is that the Protean Career is a values-driven career. And so one that chooses to approach their career in this way centers their values, their moralities, and etc. And they try their best to align their values with their job and career. The second main principle of the Protean Career is that it is really a self-managed career. Before I get to the positives and negatives of this career style, I want to illustrate it using me as an example. The way I describe my career is that I have a job. Number two, I own a business. And number three, I follow my passions of music, DJing, producing. And now, it wasn't always easy to break down my career in those three categories. In fact, I really had to psychologically bring myself to categorize and put some boundaries around what I was doing, because whenever my family asked me, hey, what are you doing for your career? No one knew how to answer the question, including myself. And so I had to do a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing to really define those boundaries in this kind of boundaryless career style that I embody, right? What has this career style really offered me and provided for me? Well, number one is freedom. I have the freedom to control my schedule. I have the freedom to work out when I want to work out. Number two, it has also provided me a lot of fulfillment because, as I mentioned before, this is a values-driven career style, and I truly am connected, and I really do care about all of the work that I do, the people that I work with. It's not just a job. It's really aligned with my values, and that really helps me get up every single day passionate about what I do. And the third thing it really allowed me is autonomy. At any given point in time, my career doesn't require me to be in an office. In fact, most of the time I work from home. Most of the time I control my own schedule. So there's a lot of positives and negatives when it comes to dealing with this career style, the Protean Career. I mean, this requires a lot of self-awareness. This requires a lot of trial and error, and it requires a lot of uncertainty. And so if you're a really anxious person, this career style could really negatively affect your health because sometimes it's not a defined career. I'm not a firefighter. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer, right? I'm doing so many things that are really undefined. We'll call it water, like water. Also, this requires self-management. And so if you don't know how to manage yourself, this is a positive and a negative, by the way. Managing yourself is equal to managing your life. And if you are able to manage yourself, this type of career style could work so well for you. And oftentimes, Protean careers are for creatives, it's for entrepreneurs, and etc. But if you don't have those management skills, it can be a nightmare because you have to set your own goals. You have to set your own schedule. You have to set your own calendar. You have to do all of these things in a self-directed way. Not only do you have to do this for yourself today, but you are also going to be responsible for managing your finances. There's not going to be a job that's going to say, hey, this is how you should manage your finances, and we're going to take care of you for the next 40 years. We're going to give you a pension. You are going to have to take control of your life. This is really why I like the Protean Career, because it required me to really manage myself. It required me to learn about accounting. It required me to learn about, hey, like, how do I set myself up today, increase my income, impact the world in a positive way, and set myself up for the future. Another thing that you should take into consideration about this Protean Career is that this might require negotiation, because you might get a job and they have a culture, they have a norm that is already existing there. But you are a self-determined, self-managed person that is autonomous, right? And you have your own wills, wants, and desires. This can sometimes conflict with the organization that you work at. And if this is the case, this is going to require negotiation. An upfront acknowledgement to people employing you that, hey, like I am me. I will provide all of the value that I can provide to this workplace, but at the same time, I am not limited to this workplace, because I am a human being. I have dreams, I have desires, I have a business, and I also have to continue to manage those things as well. And if you can find an employer that has the flexibility and negotiation opportunity to do that, you are really set. And that's kind of my position right now. Like I said, I have a job, and my job, they are so flexible with me. They know I own a business. They know I'm a DJ. They know I'm a producer. They know I'm a creative, and they do everything in their power to support that. And don't get me wrong, there's times where I do have to negotiate boundaries with the organization I work at. But for the most part, the leadership knew this when I came into the position. And I've been in my position now for about 4 years because of the way that they really have respected and offered support to my bigger goals, my bigger dreams. Now, once again, this Protean Career is not the same as that traditional career path. Sometimes the traditional career path is best for you if you are a person, like I said, that really loves for someone to determine your structure. If you're someone who likes to get off of work right at 5 p.m., if you're someone that likes certainty, that traditional career path is a good career path for you. It's not wrong. But I, on the other hand, I embody the Protean Career. This is why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because I think there's a lot of people out here who are working in a very fluid way without boundaries, and there's no definition on this type of career style. I really want to shed light and put a definition to this career style, because once you understand the principles of this career, it can really help you put some structure around this less structured career. It can help you create processes to help you achieve more income, to have a healthy life balance. And once I realized that I embody this career style, I am now on the lookout for anybody who has this style of career, because we need to be in collaboration, we need to be in conversation, and most of all in support of each other. But at the end of the day, I really love this career style, and I'm living this career style because freedom and autonomy are just so important to me. And when you have freedom and autonomy, it leads to authenticity. And when I show up in the world, I want to show up my whole self, my authentic self. So that's a little bit about the Protean Career. I'll drop some links in the chat so you can read more about it. And in the meantime, you're tuned in with Powered by Cesar. Please subscribe, and we'll tune in again for office hours.